Here we're going to explain the product rule. We have dy dx of f of x of g of x. So you take f of x prime times g of x.
Go.
Here we have a simple problem with the product rule. So here, x squared is going to be your f of x, and x cubed is going to be your g of x. So now we take the derivative of f of x, so that's 2x, times g of x, which is x squared, x cubed. And we add g of x prime, so that's x cubed prime, so that's 3x squared, multiplied by f of x, which is x squared. More complicated problem, we have x squared plus 2x plus 2 times x to the fourth plus 2x squared plus x, derivative of that. So for f of x, we have x squared plus 2x plus 2, and for g of x, we have x to the fourth plus 2x squared plus x. So in this problem, we take f of x prime, so that's 2x plus 2, and then we multiply that by the original g of x, so we have x to the fourth plus 2x squared plus x. Then we add g of x prime, so g of x is again is x to the fourth plus 2x squared plus x, so we have 4x cubed plus 4x plus 1 times f of x, which is just x squared plus 2x plus 2. We have more of a complex problem, but it's pretty much the same thing as the problems we were doing earlier. We have a polynomial, but two separate sections being multiplied together. So use the product rule twice. So here you have an f of x, which the first f of x is x squared plus 3x plus 5, and your first g of x is 3x to the fifth. Then you're adding your second f of x, which is 3x cubed, multiplied by your second g of x, which is 4x squared plus x. So the first section of the problem would take your f of x and prime that. So we have 2x plus 3 multiplied together by your g of x, which is 3x to the fifth. Then we have g of x to the prime, so you add 15x to the fourth multiplied by your first f of x, which is x squared plus 3x plus 5. Then we have the second portion of the problem. You're adding that. Then you have your prime of your second f of x, so that is 9x cubed squared. Then you're multiplying that by your second g of x, which is 4x squared plus x. Then you add your prime of your second g of x, so that's 8x plus 1, multiplied by your second f of x, which is 3x cubed.
Okay, so the next topic that we're going to talk about is the chain rule. And if you have a function that is f of g of x, then you're going to get out f prime of g of x times the g prime of x. So first we're going to do a really easy problem. So the outside function is x to the fourth, which is going to be your f of x. And your inside function is 5x minus 8, and that's going to be your g of x. So to take the derivative of this, it's going to be y prime equals, and you're going to do f prime of g of x. So you're going to do 4 times 5x minus 8 to the third, and you're going to multiply that by g prime of x, which is just 5. So to simplify that, it's going to become 25x minus 8 to the third. Okay, so for this problem, we're going to use the product rule and the chain rule. And for a reminder, this is your product rule. It's f of x times g of x equals f prime of x times g of x plus g prime of x times f of x. So your f of x is x squared here, so you're going to take the derivative of x squared, which is 2x, and you're going to multiply it by x minus 2 to the fourth. And then you're going to add the g prime of x, which is, you're going to use the chain rule for this one. So you're going to do 4 times x minus 2 cubed times 1. So basically you don't have to write the 1, but you can choose to write the 1. And then you're going to multiply it by x squared, which is your f of x. Okay, so this problem is dealing with trig functions. So your f of x is the sine function, so you're going to do f prime of x equals, and then you're going to take the derivative of sine, which is cosine, and you're going to keep the same thing on the inside, and then you're going to multiply it by the derivative of the inside. The derivative of cosine is negative sine, so you're going to multiply it by negative sine, and then you're going to still keep the 2x because that's still on the inside, and then you're going to multiply it by the derivative of 2x, which is 2. Okay, for this problem, we're going to take some trig functions and add it to e to the 5x. So the derivative of this function is, start out by taking this and taking the derivative of it. So it would be cosine of 4x, then multiply it by the inside, which is 4, and multiply it by the second term, which is cosine of 10x. And you're going to add that to the derivative of the second, which is negative sine of 10x, times the derivative of the inside of this, which is 10, and you're going to multiply it by the first one, so times sine to the 4x. You're going to add all of this to, this is the chain rule, because you know from derivative rules that e to the x is e to the x, so it's multiplied by 5 up here, so we have to do the chain rule. So you're going to start out by doing e to the 5x because of the derivative rule, and then you're going to multiply it by the derivative of the inside, which is the 5x, so the derivative of 5x is 5.